The Little Witch's Failed Magic. Chapter 1. The Littlest Witch of Moonberry Woods. In the heart of Moonberry Woods, where moonlight shimmered on lavender trees and the stars twinkled like dancing fireflies, lived a tiny witch named Nella. Nella was the youngest witch in her family, only 7 years old. She had curly black hair, boots made of stardust, and a wand carved from a shooting star. But most importantly, Nella had the biggest heart. She wanted to be the best little witch ever. Every day, Nella practiced her spells from the Big Book of Beginner Magic, a thick book that smelled like peppermint and pine cones. She'd shout,
"Abra, tickle, frog, and pickle. Oops."
She'd mumble, watching a frog turn into a jar of peanut butter. Her magic didn't always work, but Nella never gave up. Chapter 2. The Magic Test. One sunny morning, the wind carried exciting news across Moonberry Woods. The Grand Magic Test was happening in 3 days. It was the biggest event for young witches and wizards. The one who passed would earn their first Sparkle Star, a magical charm that meant you are learning and growing.
"Oh, wow, I'm going to try."
Nella gasped, twirling in excitement. Her older sister Mirabelle raised an eyebrow.
You? You still turned my cat into a cabbage last week.
Nella's cheeks turned pink.
"But I've been practicing."
Magic takes focus, patience, and care. You can't rush it, my starling,
said Grandma Figwort kindly. So Nella promised to practice carefully, and off she went to prepare. Chapter 3. A Sprinkle of Trouble. The next day, Nella tried a floating spell on her pumpkin.
"Rise, pumpkin, to the skies,"
she chanted. Nothing happened. She frowned and peeked at the book.
"Oh, I forgot the whisper feather."
She ran back and added it. Poof! The pumpkin floated up, up, until it got stuck in the tree.
"Oh no."
Nella groaned. Then she tried a tidy-up spell in her messy room.
"Clean and clear, let toys appear in place."
The toys danced around, spinning and zooming, but instead of tidying up, they piled into a wobbly tower that fell over with a crash. Nella sighed. That night, curled up in bed with her toad plushie, she whispered to the moon,
"Why can't I get anything right? What if I fail?"
Chapter 4. The Advice of the Owls. The next morning, Nella trudged into the forest, her wand drooping like a wilted flower. She sat by the old willow tree and cried quietly. Just then, a chorus of hoots echoed above. 3 owls peered down. "Why so glum, little thumb?" hooted the oldest owl. "I keep messing up. I want to pass the magic test, but I always fail. I'm no good at spells." The middle owl blinked. "Do you know how many times I fell before I could fly?" The youngest owl flapped her tiny wings. "Mistakes mean you're learning. The stars don't shine without a little darkness." Nella wiped her tears.
"Really?"
"Really," said the oldest owl. "Go on now. Try again, but with heart, not hurry." Chapter 5. The Big Day. At last, the day of the Grand Magic Test arrived. Little witches and wizards lined up in the enchanted clearing. Each had to perform one spell to show their learning and spirit. Nella's tummy fluttered like a nest of butterflies. She watched a boy grow a flower out of his hat. A girl turned her shoelaces into ribbons that danced. Then it was Nella's turn. She walked slowly to the center, clutching her wand. Her voice trembled.
I will do the friendship bloom spell,
she said. Gasps echoed. It was a gentle spell, but a very hard one. It made flowers grow where kindness was shown, but only if the magic came from the heart. Nella closed her eyes and thought of every moment she helped someone. When she picked apples for Grandma Figwort, when she hugged Mirabelle after the cabbage cat incident, when she gave her cookie to a crying chipmunk.
grow with grace, from care and cheer. Let blossoms bloom for friends held dear,
she whispered. Her wand glowed faintly. Then, poof, nothing happened. Gasps. Silence. Nella's lip trembled. She turned to walk away. But then tiny sparkles rose from the grass. Petals unfurled. Pink and gold flowers blossomed in a perfect ring where she stood. The crowd burst into cheers. Nella turned around, eyes wide.
2 did it?
A smiling judge nodded.
You didn't fail. You bloomed in your own time.
Chapter 6. A star earned. That night, under the moon's gentle glow, Nella held her first sparkle star in her palm. It twinkled softly, like a hug made of light. Grandma Figwort beamed.
You see, Nella, real magic isn't about getting it perfect. It's about trying, learning, and being kind.
I'm not afraid of failing anymore. That's how I grow.
She looked up at the stars and whispered.
Thank you.
Then she snuggled under her blanket, holding her wand close and smiling in her sleep. For in Moonberry Woods, even the littlest witch can shine, especially when she believes in herself. For in Moonberry Woods, even the littlest witch can shine, especially when she believes in herself.